Thanks everyone for being here. It's been a wonderful last couple days, and we're glad to be in the situation we're in. And something I really like about this team is I feel like we've continued to keep getting better, and we feel like we're still making improvements, and tomorrow is not just a chance to make a Final Four, but a chance for us to show that that we're improving.
Coach, I mean, obviously short turnaround from yesterday. What's the process like over these 2 days preparing for Louisville tomorrow afternoon?
First off, I'm glad we have the day off. There a couple years ago we were doing this back to back, and it was pretty frantic. I think it's better for the student athletes to be able to study a little bit and get some personal stuff done. It's a lot of video and practice, and I think for both teams though it's probably more small adjustments since we're pretty familiar with each other.
Coach, you mentioned yesterday that Louisville's running a little bit of a different lineup, a different formation,
Yeah.
than the last time you guys played them. What does that pose to you guys in your preparation?
Yeah, it gives. I'm not totally sure they're going to do it. They've been going into a 6-2 more often, so it's one more thing we have to prepare for that they weren't doing before, but we'll see.
I have a question for both the coaches and the players, whoever can answer this. It's like, do you see if there's an advantage you guys playing in 3 sets yesterday and Louisville played in 5, or since there's no longer back-to-back days, there's not much of an advantage?
I mean, there is, but there isn't. Like, it doesn't matter how Louisville played yesterday. We know they're going to give it their best against us, so it really doesn't matter.
I mean, an aspect of like the physical part of it, 5 sets is a long time, and it was a 2.5-hour game. So there's like some sort of advantage, but no matter what, like Valeria said, they're going to bring it their all because our season's on the line.
Kat, you had a big game yesterday with your 3 aces, your handful of digs, and even your assist to Tori. How fun is that for you when you play a smaller role, but still a very important one, when you have big moments like that in such a big game?
I think it's one of the best things about having like such a specific role is I know that I'm good at what I do, and when I do it really well, it's just all the more exciting. Even small moments like getting a dig, we always say that every point matters, so getting to know that I added something to a play or got a point, all of those little things, however little or however many it may be, it's always just so fun to be able to celebrate with whoever's on the court in that moment. So, yeah.
Valeria, it's your 4th straight Elite Eight. I mean, what's the preparation been like compared to earlier years? Do you think it's the same, or do you think you're a bit more experienced and that changes things?
I wouldn't say like I am definitely like more experienced, but I mean, I'm still like, still get the nerves of playing in there, and I mean, it's still exciting to be a part of, and I'm grateful that I get to play with Fish, the girls, and just making history with them again.
How did any of you make any sense of losing 3-0 and then winning 3-2 later on? I think you could dice that up in any sport, really, but why does that happen?
Well, I think, I don't remember each set, but there's just a lot of those, whether it was the first time we played them, whether it was the first 2 sets, or whether it really was some of the sets we won, there was a lot where it came down to 1 or 2 plays, and I would expect there'll be sets like that tomorrow, where it's 1 block here, 1 good serve here, 1 cover. That we're preparing for deuce games for sure.
Valeria and Kat, how has it been watching your teammates who haven't been in this situation, have such huge moments, huge contributions like Tori, Olivia, and Emma, who all haven't been in this setting before?
So exciting. I mean, I'm proud of them. And even though it's like new for them, it doesn't seem like it, and that's like it's so cool. Like we train like don't let your first time be your first time, and I think that definitely helps. So.
And I think both of them have played such big roles in like previous club years or stuff like that. They've been preparing a long time for moments like these, and they're able to step up in big moments like this. And it's just like she said, it's makes like all of us proud. Or it's such a joy to watch them as like 18-year-olds come up onto this stage and just do the thing. So, yeah.
I guess for Valeria Academy, and obviously the sixth time you're playing Louisville in these past 2 seasons. How can you say the rivalry has evolved over these past 2 seasons, and also since you've been here at Pitt?
I mean, they talk about Muhammad Ali and Joe Frazier and David and Goliath. It's all of these things that like every athlete wants to have a rivalry this big. So it's all the more exciting because I guess like our in-state would be Penn State, but I feel like there's no rivalry in our program that's bigger than Louisville, and it's so exciting. And I think just playing them at a time like this just adds to that. I don't know, it's like the nerves and the butterflies, and everybody wants to play well. Like I said, our season's on the line. So it just makes for a really fun game, and we're really excited for tomorrow.
So the coach said you have a day off to do some studying and personal stuff. How much of that are you getting done? I mean, you got the butterflies now, right?
Yeah. I mean, it is finals. And we're finding ways to balance, which is nice. I got to go to class this morning, which is always good. And like, we value school really a lot on our team and our program since we've had like the highest GPA we've ever had, I think, last year, and we're looking to carry that through. But with all eyes on tomorrow, it's obviously everything is really important right now, but that feels like the bigger subject.
Yeah, we definitely have a schedule, and that helps to plan ahead what you want to do at a certain time. And here I have time to study, or here I have time to like scout and like watch video, film. So.
Kat, in your very specific role that you have, you can go in at a moment's notice and be taken out at a moment's notice. How do you prepare for that? How do you stay mentally ready in those moments?
It's definitely taken time. It's like filling shoes that needed to be filled, or finding ways to build confidence in those short periods of time, and it's something I've built with practice and experience and being on that big stage. And it's just, you come to really enjoy it. Like, I love being able to step up in moments like that, be able to change momentum of a game in the span of like 3 serves or something like that. So yeah, I think it's just built over experience and practice.
Coach, will be battle of the middles tomorrow. What makes like Cressy and the Kong, and also they're using Robbins a lot as well, what makes them pretty good middles? What makes those Louisville middles pretty good?
Well, they're both experienced and they both have size, and so I think when they get good sets and they're in rhythm, they're both very dangerous. But even when there's misconnects, their length still poses a problem with some interesting shoves, and so yeah. But what we've had in our matchups with them, like it's been a little bit more maybe outside hitter heavy the last few times. But yeah, we'll see. Maybe it'll be like a bigger middle matchup.
And speaking of the outside hitters, what challenges do they pose to Pitt, I feel like?
Well, I think they don't just pose it to Pitt. I think they're two of the best in the country, and we have ways we think we can make them uncomfortable and slow them down, and we plan to do that. But like all good outside hitters, just getting a bad pass isn't enough. They're good enough players to still swing themselves out of trouble.
Valeria and Kat, you guys have been with Rachel Fairbanks her entire career here. How have you guys seen her grow and just like become this, I mean, she always has been, but become really this dominant player that she is?
All I could say is it's been really fun. Her leadership role has just grown so much, and not like let alone her skills as well. I think it's really like this year, it's like she's getting the recognition she deserves with all everything she's been working on, and I feel like it's just showing a lot right now.
Yeah, definitely her presence on the court has been noticeable this year. Just like in tight moments, she's like, what's the word that we use? Like the person that can like turn around.
Catalyst.
No, what's the word? Yeah.
Yeah.
She's been a really good reactive in like tight moments, and it has helped the game. So yeah.
Kat, do you know that you have like a whole fan base just because of your hair?
Yeah, I do.
I'm one of them.
I got a text.
looking at that, yeah.
I got a text from one of my friends who covers Wisconsin and was like, Kat Flood, I love her hair.
Oh.
So
They call her Coretta DeVille.
Corella DeVille split. Depends on the day.
And Kat, what do you think of the band saluting you when you're serving?
I still don't understand that. I obviously like it's one of those things that I tune out and then I'll go back and look at pictures and I'm like, were they doing that the full time? But we love the band, and it just means more that like they're saluting all like me or all of us, whatever. But yeah, I think it's silly, but
They know you're
why not?
styling.
Thank you.
for you guys, how beneficial, I've asked Fish this a couple times now, but how beneficial is it to be playing at this stage on your home court, specifically at the field house, not necessarily the Peat?
I mean, huge. We know, like, the fans contribute so much to, like, the game we had at the P. Like, the fans definitely helped our momentum and celebrating and shutting them down as well.
Yeah.
Like, we can feel the crowd, and it definitely helps.
And a lot of people talk about why we're not in the Pete right now, but like this is our home. Like we'd rather play in further rounds in the Fits because it's where we feel comfortable. I think that applied pretty well last night.
Kat, you speak about having butterflies, but in big games, not just this year, but in the past, you've performed really well. I mean, there's three service aces against Wisconsin last year, and you had 3 yesterday, and 2 against Louisville in this season. I mean, what allows you, and what entices you about playing in big games like tomorrow?
We talk a lot. I always say this, but pressure is a privilege. It's something that like I know any player in the NCAA, non-NCAA, would be like dying to do. Just like that one moment on the court. And so I've always just said, don't take it for granted. So, yeah.
Any other questions for coach or student athletes?
Valeria, I mean, obviously as an outside hitter yourself, what makes Looper and DeBeer not just great players, but so hard to defend against with how powerful their swings are?
I mean, they just have a huge presence on the court, and they want to be set every single ball, and that's like I respect them, and they're good all-around players. Yeah, I think it's gonna be a very fun match tomorrow, and I'm excited.
Awesome. Thank you.